taught online, and I had done the training during in the spring, and the one thing that Lisa emphasized, well, I had to put a picture up there because Kristen had these gorgeous pictures on her, so I had to have a picture. But one thing that Lisa had emphasized was to make it as convenient as possible for the students. And sometimes you need to repeat things, put it in a number of different spots. Like I have a tab up there for the syllabus. Well, some people don't go back to the syllabus to find out what the assignment is. So I had the assignments in the syllabus, I had them under each week, and I had them someplace else. I had them under course documents, so they, whichever place was more convenient for them, they could look for it. But how I started the course is, the first class, I said, well, before the first class, I had everything up here. Not all the assignments, but I had a lot of stuff already up on Blackboard so they can go in way before the class started and see how the course was going to work. I said, welcome, class is going to start on this date, go in and look around. There's a discussion board where I want you to go introduce yourself to the other students, tell where you're from, why you're taking this class, blah, blah, blah. And I structured the week so that I said each week will officially start on a Wednesday. I had a live class, which I did on WebEx for, it was an hour. It was an hour, from 8 to 9:30 p.m. If you want to attend. If you don't want to attend, you can listen to the recording, because I recorded the session. And you can listen to the recording and you can write a summary of it. So I know that you've gotten the gist of the material that was covered in class. And I thought that was good because, if people are working and they can't attend during that time, then they don't have to. They could watch it when they have time. So the week always started on a Wednesday. We had a live session on a Thursday. They had a quiz almost every week. And everything had to be done by 11:59 p.m. on a Tuesday, which was the last day of the week. We had a lot of, well, I'll stop there. And I'm going to go into a week. But so I put this up here to explain how the course works in addition to putting it in the syllabus. And then I did a short video on WebEx, talking to them about online courses, talking to them about how the class is going to work. Unfortunately, I can't go into it because I did it on the old WebEx. I can't get into it anymore. That's what I was going to show to you.
Yeah, just so you guys know what she means by the old. Barney had their own license for WebEx, and now the university has a license. So that problem will not happen again.
Yeah.
And I guess you guys terminated your license before stuff got moved.
I don't
Something
know.
like that.
So all I know is I can't find the lectures that I did, all the ones that I did. But anyway, so I'm sorry I can't show that to you. So I started off with that, with the video, and then I think I'll show you the syllabus real quick. I tried to make the syllabus a lot more detailed than I normally would have done in a class, and I think it was helpful to them. Some of the things, like I had in the syllabus an actual calendar, which shows each week. I'll show you week 2, for example. Week 2, we're covering the court system, and I tell them what you need to do during week 2, chapter 2, attend the seminar, the live seminar, which is going to be graded. You need to go to the discussion board, and you need to take a quiz. So, and each week is different, a little bit different. For example, week 5, there wasn't any live session. Instead, they had a midterm exam, and it was essay. It was all essay. It didn't become available until like a certain hour. They could go in and they could work on it, and they had to have it in. I think I gave them a little bit of time. Of course, in class, you know, it's timed and you can only do it here. I gave them time. Some did good, some didn't do so good, you know. And it was pretty apparent because the grades were nowhere near close to each other, that they didn't collaborate on it, okay? So, I mean, I just really didn't really feel that. And I felt that same with the quizzes, you know, because that's why I was really nervous about, well, anybody can go in and, you know, they could all call each other and do the, you know, well, they go from 50 to, you know, to 82 on the, you know, I just didn't get that feeling that there was a lot of collaboration. Then I told them how they're going to be graded on each item. For example, if they attend the live seminar, I want them to attend the live seminar and participate. I got so much participation, you know, because, you know, you just can't come, and I always put that in my syllabus, you know, what does participation mean? It means actively, not just sitting in class, but, you know, actively participating. But here, you know, I told them, you know, the way you're going to, there's X number of points for the seminar. If you want to get the total amount of points, then you're going to have to actively participate, you know, ask questions, answer questions. I forgot, I actually broke it down somewhere to show like how many possible points you could get. And I did the same thing with the discussion board. There's actually a rubric in here under the discussion board. Yeah. Which probably, I don't know if you can see it, but each week's discussion, I said, is going to be worth 25 points. What do you want to get? You want to get a 90 or 100? You know, you want to get exceptional, then you have to have it on time and you have to post pretty frequently. And I said, what does that mean? What does frequently mean? Well, you respond to the questions over the course of a number of days. You know, you just don't go in there on Tuesday at 11:45 p.m., which a couple of people did. Put all my posts in there, and they put them all in on the last possible day. But, you know, the ones that got the highest scores on them posted on several days, and then they responded to their responses, and how good were the posts. So they were graded on, you know, how in depth they discussed the issues, how organized it was, grammatically correct, and you know, so their score varied based on how well they really participated.
So on this, you have a question you want them to discuss, an issue. You post that. Okay. And so you monitor their comments?
Yes.
And their follow-up comments?
Yes.
Questions?
Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
they're all responding to whatever issue you
yes.
raised.
Yes. So one thing that comes to mind, one thing that comes to mind, I'm trying to think of one of the discussion board questions. Okay, we cover under constitutional law, we cover the Commerce Clause. What Commerce Clause is not the most exciting topic. But how can I make this exciting to students? Oh, there was a case about medical marijuana. They're going to love this. So I use that as the discussion topic. Well, it's two parts. It was medical marijuana, and I also found this new product in the store called hemp milk. Hemp milk, yes. And I asked them, you know, if you had a client, you know, would you advise them to manufacture this product and sell it in Connecticut, looking at the Commerce Clause and the cases that have been decided under the Commerce Clause? Oh, maybe we should go into that discussion. But, you know, I mean, they had a lot of comments. And first they started off not really, you know, they were just talking about marijuana. It should be legalized. And I had to actually come in there and put a comment in about, you know, how does this relate to the Commerce Clause to steer them back onto the right topic. But But I only had to do that a couple of times, on a couple of occasions. Usually, I mean, some of those responses, we had a mixture of students, and some were, I think, very mature students, and those were the ones that would come on first and post. And I think they really kind of set the standard for the rest of the class. But I got pretty good discussion, actually, very good discussion. It was good. There was a lot of participation on WebEx because on WebEx when a student wants to comment, they raise, there's like that little hand. Did you
We
guys
covered
go
that,
on
yep.
WebEx, right? And all these hands are going up. It was great.
And that was an undergraduate course too, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So let's go to week 4. The first thing I put on there, you see, is the week 4 calendar. So again, I put on what they're supposed to do that week. I put up the slides that I'm going to be using in the live session. So I give them a copy of the PowerPoint slides, which may change some before the session, but I do have some slides, and these they get to see on WebEx also. Oh, what would they do? Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. That's an outline for later. Sometimes there were videos. There were these great videos on YouTube, and that expands on like what is a tort, whatever. So I post those also. They're not like required, but if students need more information or better understanding, they can always go to those. And then I tell them their discussion board. They have a discussion board project, and I guess they can go in here to find out what it is, or they can just click on discussion board. I don't know which way they want to get to it, but I have it different places. And then I put down here this midterm outline because in another week they're going to have a test. So the week before, I want you to have some review materials. So I put an outline of this one. So it's just an example of one week.
Great.
I had a quick question. It's kind of backtracking. Your WebEx sessions, how did you end up with the time frame that you did, and how did that work out? The synchronous stuff sometimes is a problem.
You know what? I was really surprised because I took attendance. I had an attendance sheet, and usually I had the most that was ever missing were 2 people.
Wow.
And they all came, and usually everybody was there. Because I think they didn't really want to write that summary.
And were they just going to WebEx via a phone? Like were they just calling in, or were they logged in?
No, they logged in on their computer wherever they were. So one guy was at work; he'd stay at work a little bit later and and log in. Some people actually, the first 2 sessions they actually had the camera on them so I could see what they looked like. Everybody saw me, but I never saw what they looked like. And I was a little scared because I was going to be doing this from home, and it's like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Is my phone going to ring? Is my dog going to bark? So the first session I said, and I have some assistants here with me, and I picked up my dog, and I showed them the dog, and they're all like, oh, okay, and, they smiled, and I said, so just in case, but the dogs were great, and they never barked. It was my cousin that kept calling on the phone. This phone. Nobody ever calls me at that time.
But how did you end up at the time, though? You just...
Did you poll students to see when they were free, or you just...
No, you know what? I had a cousin that had done a couple of online classes, and I asked her, she goes, what time her class was, and she said one was at 7. I hate that. I hate that 7 o'clock class. But when I have the one at 8, I like that.
Survey research.
So I did survey research. Yeah.
Did you ever get directions on WebEx? I've used it twice for meetings.
I had to tell you how I learned WebEx.
And I've had problems both times.
I didn't really I got a little bit of instructions like on the fly, but so I was nervous before the first class, so I decided that, and I wanted to make sure that all the students, no matter what level they were at, could do it. So I decided to do a test. I got my brother on there, who's very computer savvy, my godmother, all these people at different levels, and my father. And we had a few wrinkles. you know, because I didn't know, this is the first time I used the video camera, and I just worked through it with them, but I had to go back and go into the help program and, you know, just figure it out. But yeah, I did a test beforehand just to make sure that once I got in there with the students, it would go really smooth.
And that one thing I would say too, I don't think Barney had the call-in number. Maybe he did.
No,
but so
we didn't.
students with the WebEx account we have, students even if they can't log in their computer, as long as they have a phone, they can call it and hear what the instructor's saying.
That was what I was missing, because I was trying to do it, I understood you had to do it with VoIP.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
better.
what- that's what I did,
it doesn't
yeah.
cost the university anything if you do it over VoIP.
But
costs,
yeah.
But
That's
I
what I
had
did.
problems with people hearing.
Really?
Over
Oh, yeah,
VoIP, so I
the
don't know
first
what I
time.
was doing
Yeah,
wrong.
My
they
father-
might, it could have been
the
them.
only
I
one.
mean, it's quite possible it was them. So, but anyway, yes. So for your classes, as a nice fallback option, you want to make sure you have the phone. And if you're going to do PowerPoint slides, email that ahead of time to students. So as a fallback option, in case you have a problem.